Howdy, 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 back at it again. Today's video, we're going to cover Sea Viper knockdowns and Oki. We're going to look at conversions from lights and then just some B&B stuff, as well as the corner and throw situation a little bit. If you like this type of content, if you want to see more of it, leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it, and I'd really appreciate your support. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the Viper, I want to start where I start with every character, which is just, what do you do if you land a light? Because I think this is just such an important thing to know. For Viper, that heavy knuckle is really her only option, right? And you can see she doesn't really get anything if she doesn't do the extension. So we're really just going to end up looking at this situation here. Plus 25 puts us in an okay situation, so we can do forward dash, and we're plus 4. So what that means is if we do throw, it beats their wake up buttons, or we can do dash up, crouch, medium punch, and that will also counter hit them, and then you can go into another one if it hits, and then whatever extensions we like from there. If they block, of course, throw will also work. However, something that's important to note is if they tech and I hold back, you see my inputs there, I'm holding back as soon as I do the dash, I can't actually shimmy them. So if you're trying to punish their tech, you need to do something like dash up into burn kick. Really cool thing about this is this will catch an immediate attack like I just did, or a delay attack, and of course you can kind of just confirm the hit and go into one of the follow-ups if you have the drive for it. You're also able to do some manually timed options if you do drive rush. So of course you can do drive rush into throw, and you can time this to beat a wake up throw, no problem. You can also do drive rush into stand medium punch or crouch medium kick to screw up their parry direction. And if either of those hits, you're going to route into crouch heavy punch, because that's kind of her do-it-all combo tool button in this game. Something I want to mention is this plus 25 knockdown is going to be very similar to the knockdown you're going to get off of this as well. So I'm not going to look at that extension. It's also very similar to this knockdown, although this knockdown is a little bit different because plus 24 gives you this interesting thing where you can do drive rush into stand heavy punch, and it will hit on the last active frame, making it plus 9 on hit and letting you link into crouch heavy punch. And it's plus 3 on block, allowing you to throw, and you're actually far enough away there that if they do try to attack, you can shimmy them. Next, I want to look at Viper's B&B combo stuff and kind of the enders from there. So that's going to involve her crouch heavy punch. I will not be looking at these follow-ups because I think they're just kind of inferior to doing stuff from like this. I think damage is worse, Oki's worse, so why do it? I do, however, want to look at the OD version of the Thunder Dash because you'll notice plus 42 gives us a safe jump. So it doesn't matter if he recovers in place or recovers backward. We get a safe jump from anywhere on screen for 2 bars. That's a pretty good deal, I think. The real fun stuff, though, comes when we start incorporating her Seismo. So first off, you don't have to jump cancel this. You can just wait for the move to end and then do heavy knuckle into the follow-up, and that's the knockdown we just looked at pretty much. However, you can get pretty creative with some of the super jump cancel stuff, so let's take a look at that. So the first thing is doing this jump cancel into the jump medium punch. So you're going to get some varying frame data here depending on the timing. But if you can get this to be plus 44 or plus 45, and I like to use light kick for a reason that you'll see in a second. So if I can get that to be plus 44, like right there, I can get a safe jump with my super jump. So kind of the motion for this is when she lands, you just sort of do a quarter circle forward and end an up forward. And then she'll jump, and then we just use jump medium kick. So it's like jump medium kick and tap parry behind it, so you don't have to worry about the cross up. So it's just like this. Boom. We land, we can combo into crouch heavy punch, And if he tries to DP me, it don't work. The reason I use light is if I use a medium or heavy, it's easier to get more frame advantage than with light for whatever reason, just because of, you know, how long she's in the air for and how long he's in the air for and whatever. But then if they recover in place versus if they recover far away, you have to like do different buttons, or sometimes they're not actually like you jump over them and then you don't get a mix up. So I prefer to use the light, even though it's a little harder to time. But even still, this just straight up gives her a safe jump, which if you'll notice my meter here, it's actually like a bar and a half of cost. So it's a little cheaper than the OD Thunder Dash. Other cool stuff from the Seismo routing. Okay, we can go into the aerial version, or excuse me, the grounded version of Burn Kick. And then from the grounded version, she can get these cancels and extensions. You'll notice that's plus 31. So that actually does change this knockdown a little bit. So she can do drive rush now into overhead, and that'll be wake up button, or throw, or crouch medium kick. Of course, the throw and the crouch medium kick are manually timed. The overhead is just instant, so that's auto timed. But that makes it very difficult for them to deal with that type of offense. And then, of course, you can also do this to bait tech. So you have options to beat a lot of different choices that they're going to make. Now, lastly, you can also do the aerial version of Burn Kick there. You'll notice I'm plus 55. So from here, I can do the heavy Thunder Dash into follow-up, into the Oki that we know and love, right? The stuff we've been looking at off of lights. And that's good damage. It's good corner carry. And again, it's pretty good Oki as well, right? We can drive rush, we can dash if we don't feel like spending more meter. It's golden. We can also do drive rush into crouch jab or stand jab, into light knuckle. And once again, now if we just jump with medium kick, this sets up a safe jump from anywhere on screen. So once again, she's got like 3 different ways to route into safe jumps, which I think is very, very cool. The last thing I want to look at is her corner throw situation. So spoiler alert, she's got throw loops in a couple different ways. So she can do dash into wait a little bit into throw because she's plus 7 following the forward dash. She can do drive rush into throw to beat your button. That's nice and easy. She can also do walk up throw to beat your button. Okay. Now, in each of these situations, if I do dash, I cannot tech in an instant tech. If I do drive rush, obviously, I can't shimmy if they instant tech. If I dash, I can't shimmy. If I drive rush, obviously, I can't shimmy. So they want you to do stuff like burn kick to bait the tech, I guess. Against walk up, I don't think she can walk. Like, if she walks into throw range, I don't think she can walk out of throw range. But of course, she doesn't have to walk into throw range, right? She can be like, oh, I'm going to throw you, and then walk back. So I think you'll probably see most high-level Vipers do walk-up throw loops instead of dash, because it keeps this mind game probably the best, but that's just a guess. I think for right now, if you're learning the character, doing a forward dash is going to be just fine. Hopefully this is helpful. As always, have a good time.